And so we present the very first key in over 114 years of incorporation in the city of Inglewood to Issa Rae, the Queen of Inglewood.
I'm a little emotional. I'm trying to be a thug right now. The mayor really kind of flabbergasted me in that this is the first key in 114 years. So it's a huge honor, and I just want to thank you all so much for your support. Thank you to the mayor. Thank you to the city of Inglewood for making it so easy for us to film here, for helping us to showcase this city that I love so much. I have to give love to my grandparents who, have lived here, who've lived in Briarwood for a long time, and who established my first point of view of Inglewood and love the city themselves. My mom and my sister who live here actively, and just for being here. I have to give a shout out to my collaborators and my company members at Hooray who have come out here to support me. But I'm just truly honored to receive this. I will always put on for my city, Inglewood, South LA, stand up. Thank you, everybody. And I have to shout out Janae and Angela for also making this possible. This is again a huge honor. So I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come and touch on some stories that are out here. Now, there's a lot going on in LA this weekend because of the Super Bowl. And so one of the events that took place this weekend was Issa Rae receiving the key to Inglewood. Now, I did not know she was from Inglewood. Now that I think back on it, however, I know when she had the web series Awkward Black Girl, I believe it was set in Los Angeles. But, it still is not dawning on me that, I didn't know she was from Inglewood. I don't know why I thought she was from the East Coast, but congratulations to her. She has some new projects coming up as well, so she's still going. I know this was the last season of Insecure. Let me know what you guys think about that story. So yeah, this other story that I wanted to touch on is about a conditioning coach named Sydney Carter I believe she is with Texas A&M, and people decided to go into her comments or DM her, making comments about her outfit. She had on pink leather pants, and she also had the pink ribbon on her sweater, which we all understand that is her honoring breast cancer awareness, breast cancer survivors, right? So I don't really get where people are coming from with all this thing that all of a sudden everyone needs to come and let black women know when they don't like what we have on. It's none of your business. As long as she's within a dress code of whatever her employer told her that was within that dress code, then mind your business. Okay, and the same goes for the woman who works for the news outlet. I posted that story in my community tab. Someone started DMing her. People decided to DM her and tell her that she's not African, that she's American. She had on the African medallion. It's Black History Month. Some of us know our lineage. Some of us know our history. Some of us know where our people come from. So we don't need anyone else to come and tell us what you think, okay? The nerve of people, first of all. And yeah, people just be out of line. This is why I cut you out and block you. I'm going to let you say as much as I'm going to let you say that I'm going to block you up off of my space, because then I might have time for all that ignorant energy. Yeah, the nerve. I don't get it. I don't know why people think that they have a right to do that. Maybe they're trying to annoy people with that type of conversation. I was looking at some other pictures of her on her Instagram, and she is always looking professional. There's nothing wrong with the pink outfit that she had on as well, the pink leather pants. And some of the other coaches decided to also wear leather to show support for her. And I'm sure some of whoever were making comments, some of that stuff probably was very disrespectful anyway, right? Just the tone of it, just the idea that you think that you even have a right to comment on someone's, outfit because you just feel like it, just speaks volumes. Now, I've seen a lot of stuff, and I don't hear anybody saying nothing about it, and I don't even have to point it out. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think about that story, about people feeling the need for whatever reason to always have something to say about what black women are doing. First of all, y'all need to learn how to mind your business, okay? This is not your daughter. This is not your granddaughter. This is not your wife, so you don't even need to worry about it. How about that? So, yeah, just moving into the next story. Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles, is on the blogs saying that someone once said to her that she allowed her daughter to marry a gangster or date or marry a gangster rapper. And she said that her son, is a businessman. I don't know. I think that we all understand that there is an element in society who probably think that title belongs on all black rappers, right? Like they probably would not call Post Malone that or Drake that, but anybody else, yeah, they probably would label them that. That's just my opinion. I'm not surprised that someone would say that to her. I think that the conversation about Jay-Z and Beyonce dating in the beginning anyway was always out there, considering where he was coming from and not just beyond his music, right? So is that part too. But she, was stating, well, he's a businessman. And he was, even at that time, he was as well. Some people on Twitter wanted to kind of argue about his music and say the music was this, the music was that. But I guess it's all in how everyone is defining gangster rap, right? And like I said, it's certain people who would put that label on all black rappers anyway. That's what I think. And that's just what I think, because I don't think they really know how to decide who is saying what and who is doing what. I think that they just see rap and hear someone say that she's married to a rapper, and they're just going to run with this whole gangster rap thing. And, like I've said before, that was a title that the media gave people in hip-hop anyway. They started using around NWA and probably some other people. And when you really think about it, you would think that people would just use that around people that are talking about gang culture, right? And most rappers are really not, when you really think about it. Well, back then anyway, they were not talking. That was just something that the media wanted to label people. And like I was saying in one of my other videos, the media was like that. It's still like that, but it was more subtle. I think it's more subtle now. Because people will call people out about a lot of stuff, and then there's laws in place to protect people. But yeah, the media was always that way, and putting labels on people that people didn't put on themselves. And I think Ice Cube has already explained that. But yeah, I'm not surprised that someone sent that to her. And if you guys want to look into her project, I didn't get the information for it. I just noticed that she is working on something called Profile the Black Man, and I'm assuming that that's what this is about, stereotyping and profiling black men and all black men as a certain way. So you can go to, I guess probably it's more likely her Instagram or Twitter, and if she has Twitter as well, I don't know, but and get the information on when you can find this project. It's called Profile the Black Man. And let me know what you guys think about this conversation, if you get what I'm saying. And what do you think about what she had to say about people, some woman walking up saying to her that Jay-Z was a gangster rapper. She allowed her daughter to marry a gangster rapper. Let me know what you guys think about it, and I'll see you in the next story. I'm going to play this video, and I'll see you guys on the other side of it. So yeah, so yesterday, was it yesterday? I believe so, or the night before. All the activity is up for Super Bowl, right, for the weekend, and so Justin Bieber had an after party. Why? I guess he was in concert. I don't know. The event was Kodak Black was standing outside the event. Now I'm not sure if he was waiting to go in or if he was coming out, but he and his friends got into a fight with some other people that were outside as well. And as you can hear from the video, someone started shooting and he was hit and two or three other people, but to my understanding is minor injuries, and so that's good for him. um, Now, the other part that I thought was interesting about this whole stuff that's going on in LA, people going to LA for the Super Bowl, is Ice-T, rapper turned actor Ice-T, put out this message right before this situation with Kodak happened, saying that there's 50 plus gangs in Los Angeles, and that the rappers that are coming to LA should be aware or be careful. I would think that these people go to LA anyway for shows and stuff, but and to work, right? Studios, producers. I don't know what they doing today. I don't. I'm not even gonna say that, but I also think that Ice-T don't know either. I feel like he probably so much further removed from these type of things than I am, right? That's what I would think. And so I just thought it was kind of odd that he would even put that statement out. Now I know years ago he was a part of trying to work on peace treaties between gangs and stop the violence and all of that. He was a part of the Michael Concepcion and what's the football player, Jim Brown, were all trying to, and Danny Bakewell, try to do their part, right? And this is what I'm saying. Where is that group of black men today, right? Where are those people at today? I guess he was just trying to warn them, and I just thought it was odd that he would put that statement out, that it was coming from him. Now, if it was coming from someone like the Game or someone younger that might really have their ear to the street, then I might be able to say that makes sense. But to me, it just didn't make sense that was coming from Ice-T. But maybe he just thought that anyway, just from over the years, knowing what he know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that whole story with Kodak standing outside and getting into a fight and all that stuff. I have a video that I'm working on about this whole drill music in the mayor of New York. That video is going to come up probably after this one. The next story I wanted to touch on was Dave Chappelle. He kind of responded to the media putting this story out that he was trying to shut down low-income housing in Yellow Springs. And like I was telling you guys in my last video, you gotta kind of do your research with some of this stuff when you see these headlines, because people will mislead you, and they do this intentionally to mislead. With that title saying that he was trying to shut down low-income housing, and like I said, not to say that people don't need it, but this was a very small town, and the average low income, as they call it, is $50,000 a year in that area, and there are no minorities there like that in the second place. But the way they made the story sound, people probably would take that and think something other than what the situation was. And he's stating that low-income housing is still on the table. They're still going to build it. He just did not want the construction and all that going while his project was going. I guess that's what he's trying to say in that statement. But he's saying that project is still in the works as well. And he said that this is not low income housing, it's expensive low income housing. And that's kind of what I was trying to say as well. This is not going to be the low income housing like y'all thinking. So, anyway, moving on to the next story. Snoop Dogg had this story come out. Yeah, he just got the rights to Death Row Records, so I'm curious to see what he's going to do with it. You know, he has the opportunity to do something for LA, for that West Coast hip hop, and I hope that he will do that. That's just what I hope. But he also has this lady out here who's saying that she was sexually assaulted by him and Bishop Magic Don Juan. Now, from what I was reading, she is stating that she met Bishop Magic Don Juan at a club or something, and he took her to his house. He assaulted her. She was asleep in the car, I think that's what she said, and so she didn't know he wasn't taking her home. How he would know where she lives, I don't know. But he took her to his house, assaulted her. Then she said instead of taking her home after that, he took her to the studio where Snoop Dogg was in the studio, and she asked to use the restroom. Snoop went in the restroom behind her and assaulted her in the restroom, allegedly. And so now she's filing this lawsuit. Now, Snoop's lawyer is stating that this is like a smear campaign because he is a part of the Super Bowl halftime, and so this is coming out intentionally to try to hurt what they have going at the halftime. People were kind of side-eyed on the group of people they selected for this halftime anyway, but I digress. I'm not going to get off into that. I don't really care like that. And the media is also stating that he had another case in 2004 that was settled. So this one will probably get settled as well in mediation. To my understanding, they are in mediation for this one as well. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments about all these stories, and I will see you guys in the next video.